grew up in a town so cold that snow didn't just fall, it stayed. Some winters, it never fully melted. But the winter I turned 22, the snow around my house never changed at all. Not once. The house was inherited from my grandmother after she passed away in December. She died in her sleep. Peaceful, they said. The night she died, a blizzard shut down the entire county. I moved in 2 weeks later. From the first night, something felt wrong. Not dramatic wrong, not movie wrong, just quiet, too quiet. The snow outside my house was untouched. No animal tracks, no footprints, no plow lines. Every other house on the road had slush, mud, tire marks. Mine looked frozen in time. The first night I heard footsteps in the snow. Slow, heavy, crunch, crunch, crunch. I looked out the window. No one was there, but the snow was disturbed. Bare footprints, human, no shoes, leading from the tree line to my front door. I didn't open it. I told myself it was a prank, a hunter, a drunk neighbor. But when I checked in the morning, the footprints were gone. The snow was smooth again, like it had never been touched. Every night after that, the footsteps came back. Same time, 3:17 a.m., always stopping right at the door, never knocking, just standing there, waiting. One night, I finally opened the door. The cold hit me so hard it felt like drowning. And standing on my porch was my grandmother. Not alive, not dead. Her skin was pale blue. Her eyes were frozen open. Snow fell through her body instead of landing on her. She smiled and asked why I was living in her house. I slammed the door and locked it. That night, the house started breathing. Walls expanding, floors creaking like lungs. Whispers filled every room. You weren't invited. You weren't chosen. You don't belong. I found old journals in the basement. My grandmother wrote about keeping the winter fed, about letting the dead come inside so the cold wouldn't take her. Every winter, someone died in the house. Neighbors, friends, family. She wrote their names. The last name on the list was mine. On the coldest night of the year, the footsteps didn't stop at the door. They walked inside. I saw shadows moving through the snow-filled hallway, snow that wasn't there during the day. Every breath froze in my lungs. I ran. The house didn't let me leave. I survived because the sun came up. But the snow never melted. I moved away. They tore the house down. Still, every winter, outside my apartment, I see bare footprints, stopping outside my door, waiting. We weren't supposed to be on that road. The GPS rerouted us because of a storm. Said it would save 20 minutes. None of us questioned it. That's how winter accidents happen. Not from recklessness, from small, reasonable decisions. There were 4 of us. Me, my friend Daniel, his girlfriend Emma, and her younger brother Lucas. We were driving to a cabin rental for the weekend. Snow had already started falling hard, the kind that blurs the world into white noise. The road narrowed, then narrowed again. Trees closed in on both sides, no plow marks, no tire tracks, just fresh, untouched snow. The GPS said, "Continue straight for 3 miles." Daniel slowed the car. "This doesn't feel right," he said. That's when we heard it. A child's voice. At first, I thought it was the radio, but the radio was off. The voice was faint, muffled, like it was coming from underground. "Help me." Emma sat up straight. "Did you hear that?" We all did. Daniel stopped the car. The engine ticked as it cooled. The snow swallowed every other sound. Then again. "Please, I'm cold." It was coming from the trees. Lucas jumped out first. "Someone's buried," he said. "We have to help." Snow was already knee-deep. We followed the sound, calling out, "Where are you? Can you hear us?" The voice cried harder. "I can't breathe." We started digging, hands numb, snow piling up. But we hit nothing. No body, no clothes, no warmth, just frozen earth. The crying moved. Behind us, Emma screamed. The voice was now coming from a different spot, closer to the road. "How is that possible?" Daniel whispered. Then the crying turned into coughing. Wet. Wrong. Lucas kept digging. "I can hear him," he said. "He's right here." But when we looked, Lucas was alone. No footprints leading to him, no tracks behind him, just smooth, untouched snow. He looked up at us. His eyes were wide, and behind him, small footprints appeared in the snow. Bare feet, child-sized, walking toward him. The crying stopped. Lucas screamed once, then the snow collapsed inward like a mouth. He was gone. Just gone. We ran, back to the car, but the road had disappeared. The forest had shifted. Trees where the road used to be, snow falling harder. The GPS spun wildly. Then we saw them. Children, standing between the trees. Dozens. Frozen faces, blue lips, snow filling their eyes. All barefoot, all smiling. They spoke together. "We're so cold. Can we come with you?" Daniel tried to scream. No sound came out. The children started walking forward, but their feet didn't touch the snow. They hovered inches above it. One child stepped close to Emma. He reached out and passed through her coat. She collapsed instantly, frozen solid, eyes open. Breath stopped. I ran. I don't know how long. I don't know how far. When I collapsed, daylight was breaking. Rescue crews found me near the highway, alone. They said a school bus crashed there in 1974, slid off the road during a blizzard, buried by snow. Took weeks to find, no survivors. Sometimes in winter, when the snow is deep, I hear a child crying, and I keep driving. I didn't believe in places that wait for people. Not before that winter. Now I know some places don't exist to shelter you. They exist to keep you. I was hiking alone in late January. That already sounds stupid, I know, but I'd done it before. I knew the trail, knew the weather patterns, knew my limits. The forecast said light snow. It lied. The blizzard came in less than 10 minutes. One moment I could see the trail markers. The next, the world vanished. White everywhere. No sky, no ground, no direction. Just wind screaming like it was alive. I tried to backtrack. My footprints were already gone. The cold wasn't sharp. It was dull, heavy. The kind that makes your thoughts slow down, convinces you to sit, to rest. That's when I saw the cabin. It stood between the trees like it had always been there. Wooden, old, light glowing softly through the windows, smoke rising from the chimney. Impossible. I had hiked this trail for years. There was no cabin, but at that moment logic didn't matter. Warmth did. The door was unlocked. Inside it was perfect. A fire crackled in the fireplace. A kettle steamed on the stove. Boots lined neatly near the door. Different sizes, all worn. It smelled like pine and old paper. Like memory. Someone had been living there. Recently, I called out. No answer. The walls were covered in photographs. Families, couples, groups of friends. All smiling. All standing inside the same cabin. But the photos spanned decades, 1930s, 1950s, 1970s, early 2000s. Same room, same furniture, same faces. That's when I noticed something worse. The people in the older photos were also in the newer ones. They didn't age. The wind outside died suddenly. The blizzard stopped. Silence. Too sudden. I tried the door. It wouldn't open. No matter how hard I pulled, it wouldn't budge. That's when the footsteps started upstairs. Slow, careful, like whoever it was didn't want to scare me. A man came down the stairs, middle-aged, kind face, tired eyes. "Storm caught you too?" he asked. His voice was calm, normal, human. I nodded. He smiled sadly. "Yeah," he said, "that's how it gets you." More people appeared. A woman holding a mug, a teenage boy, an elderly couple sitting near the fire, all dressed for different eras, all watching me. I asked how long they'd been there. No one answered at first. Then the woman said, "Since our storm." They explained slowly. "This cabin appears during blizzards. Only when someone is lost. Only when someone is desperate enough to accept it without question. Inside, time stops. No hunger, no aging, no pain. Just waiting." "For what?" I asked. The man looked at the fire. "For winter to end." Someone laughed, a hollow sound. "Winter never ends here." That night I slept. I don't know why. Maybe the cabin made me. I dreamed of snow falling indoors. I dreamed of waking up frozen. When I opened my eyes, the cabin was darker, colder. The fire burned low. Some of the people were gone, their boots still by the door, their photos still on the walls. But their faces now looked wrong, stretched, hollow. I realized something terrible. The cabin didn't keep everyone. Only those who accepted it, the ones who tried to leave, became part of the storm. The man told me the truth. The cabin feeds on time, on warmth, on choice. Every blizzard brings new people. Every winter the cabin grows. I tried to leave again. This time the door opened. Cold rushed in like a living thing. The man grabbed my arm. "If you step out," he said, "you'll forget this place ever existed." "Isn't that better?" I asked. He shook his head. "Then you'll come back." I ran. The blizzard swallowed me whole. I don't remember falling. I woke up in a hospital. Rescue team found me half frozen near the trail. They said I'd been missing for 3 days. I told them about the cabin. They checked the area. Nothing was there. Years have passed. I don't hike anymore, but every winter, when storms hit, I dream of that cabin, warm, waiting. Last night I woke up to the sound of wind, snow falling inside my apartment, and the smell of burning wood. When I opened my bedroom door, there was a hallway I didn't recognize, wooden walls, framed photographs, and boots by the door, different sizes, all worn. The cabin found me again.